Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another SCUM single player episode. So, I decided to make myself a little squad. As you can see, the Fudrians are here. And that allows me to have a custom kind of emblem. Now, with the custom emblem, I've decided to put up myself some of these. These are little heraldries, or little flag, base flags. So I've got two here. And I've got two here. How about that? How about that? How cool does that look? I actually discovered this recently. I was doing some base building actually. So I was down here and I was adding in some of these things right here. These kind of sofa seats. And I was like, premium wall squad emblem. So I was like, I'll just build that up there. So I built that up there. And they look pretty good. If we go inside, I've actually added a little storage shelf right here. Not got the boxes in it. What I'll do is I'll do this. Now the cool thing about this is, when you build a storage shelf like this, I want to just show you what happens when you actually build one of these. Right, let me get the tacked box as well. Wood, tacked wood, crafting, and is that everything? Is that everything? Is that all the boxes? That's all the boxes, right. Watch this, right. So we're going to take the food, and it snaps to craft. Wood. Tacked. How convenient is that? Honestly, how convenient is that? That is so convenient in my opinion. I've also decided to place a couple of these kind of electric lamps right here, which means we need to go and get an electrical generator, a small one or a large one, I don't care. And we've also got our light bulbs right here, so this is going to be what's going to light our armory. So this is going to be the main armory, as I said in the previous episode. And we've got a couple of sofas here. What I'll probably do is I'll probably put like a fridge here or something of that sort. In fact, have we got anything that we can kind of decorate this area with? We've got a table. Will the table fit in there? Oh, it'll only just fit in there. That's levitating. I can see it's levitating. Hold on. Is there anything else that we could put there? Oh, we could put that there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, it's like a little nightstand, do you know what I mean? A little nightstand. A little coffee table right in the middle. Like that. I'll take that away. I'll just keep it with a nightstand. So I'll just keep that with that. It's not actually a nightstand, by the way. It's just a little seat. But if you were to complete it, it would be a cool little kind of like, just a little kind of coffee shelf, a little nightstand, you know what I mean? Right. Now that we've got all this stuff, I've named everything appropriately. Bottles, processed, pan, condiments, cans, alcohol, guides. So what we're going to do is from here, so there's a bottle and cans, condiments, guides. Right, so in guides, we're going to put in, open, guides. There we go, put that in there. And condiments. There's so many things here. Condiments, cans, and bottles. Where's the bottles? Bottle, there we go. Put that in there. So this is all going to be organised, but we need to flesh it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the nearest town, which is this one right here in Bravo 3. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick up some extra food items. So I'm going to take a whole bunch of fruits, a whole bunch of vegetables, a whole bunch of processed items and stuff like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to fill all of those. I'm going to fill all of those shelves. Whilst we're there as well, we're also going to take on NPCs and the occasional puppet. What I also want to try and do is find another loot puppet, because if I find another loot puppet, I can get myself another hiking backpack. And another hiking backpack would be really beneficial to me right now. So let's head to this little town. Let's see what we can find. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. And what I'm going to do, just to make sure I remember where my stuff is, I'm just going to do that. Okay. Do we have bullets? We do have bullets. Right, we're going to go into all the kitchens. and we're not going to take we're not really going to take a lot of cool stuff with us today. It is mostly going to be food items. It's mostly going to be things that I can use to cook. So that's what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for things I can cook. I can turn into crafted meals. Apples can always be turned into meals. You know what I mean? We're also going to check all the coops as well, see if we can get some eggs. There's a couple of eggs. We're going to take the feathers. We're going to leave the feathers. As I said, it is mostly going to be stuff that we can use to craft. Banana. Checking this house here. This is not a house as normal, so we're not going to even bother our shirt. No apples in there. There's a couple of buildings over here that I kind of bypassed. I didn't really want to go into them, but we're going to go into them. Into the kitchen. Anything in the kitchen? Nothing in the kitchen so far. I think we're going to have to do a lot of our gathering in and around all the coops and all the apple trees and plum and cherry trees and such, and especially stuff like this as well. Little greenhouses. Grab ourselves a potato, because I'm sure we can make ourselves some baked potatoes. These will also count towards vegetables as well, so if we have any recipes that require vegetables, then we've got them. Let's grab that potato and that potato. Jump into this house. Again, search everything. There's tea, garlic and a parsnip. Sounds like... I just thought of the Christmas tune. A partridge in a pear tree, a parsnip and a garlic and a parsnip. Okay, let's go over here. Oh, wait a minute. Is this more potatoes? That is more potatoes. I don't think we need that many potatoes though. Always good to have more though. This is why having a vehicle that has 4 wheels is probably a lot better than having one that's only got 2 wheels. And checking this greenhouse. Is this cucumber? This might be cucumbers. Cucumbers, yeah, cool. Grab all the cucumbers we can store ourselves up here. And the last one, cucumber, 4 cucumbers. Did I check this building? I did check this building. What about this little house? What has this little house got for us? Anything in the refrigerator? Nothing in the refrigerator. A pot is actually kind of a shout right now, because now that we've got a crafted oven, we can use a pot and pan, so I just need a pan now. I just need a pan. Oh, wait a minute. Soap. Soap might be worth getting. There's another pot. Not really after the fridges. I know there's a kiosk away over there, over that direction, but we're not going to go to that just yet. We'll wait until we've got our pan before we do that. Chopping board. Now, this is one thing that I'm kind of tired of seeing, to be quite honest with you. I want the ability to refine things and recycle things, and I want the ability to turn the kitchen board into a melee weapon, because all you would need to do is do a straight line, like cut a straight line there and a straight line there, and maybe put a couple of nails in it, and you could turn it into a bat. Do you know what I mean? You could break either side of that, or you could break it to a point and you could make a wooden shiv. Let me know in the comments, guys, what do you guys actually use the chopping board for? I know I've seen a few people say that they've been using it for turning it into kindling, but honestly, it needs to have another use. Really, it needs to have some other use. Oh, grapes. I'm only going to take 4. There we go, 4. Eggs. Nope. Feathers. 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 I'd like to find more eggs. I'd also like to find a pan. Maybe in here. That's washing up liquid and stuff, so that's the tip. He didn't hear me. That's actually kind of incredible that he didn't hear me there. This is a marketplace and doesn't have anything in it. Oh, I'm going to have to eat something here in a second because my character's actually starting to starve. Well, you know what? It's time to eat some of the apples. We'll have some grapes. We'll have a cucumber and we'll have a banana. In fact, I'm going to leave the banana because the banana is actually kind of a useful thing. We'll have a parsnip. We'll have 5 uses of a parsnip. Right, we've got a whole bunch of other buildings to kind of go through here. We've also got the buildings down there in the main street. There's quite a lot of puppets coming out to play right now. I'm very much surprised. And eat all that parsnip. Roasted parsnips are really good. I don't think raw parsnips are very good though. I wouldn't. Oh, we've already been in here. We've literally just been in here. Let's move forward a wee bit. I can hear a poopette. It's on the other side of this wall. In here. Oh my. Good golly. Pasta, vegetable oil, parsnip, grapefruit juice, corn. I'm going to eat that apple. There's a lot of stuff in here. There's a lot of things in here right now. Have we got raisins? We've not got raisins. Anything else in here? Beer. To keep whiskey. Oh, glue. Okay, we've got a backpack full of things. The pasta's a big thing, by the way. Like, we'll be able to make some, like, spaghetti. All we need to do now is find some cookbooks. Some cookbooks would be very, very good right now. A beer. Some lighters and a match. Let's check this wee building. The wee buildings usually have the recipes that you're looking for. Usually they have them in these little things right here. These little kitchen drawers. Sometimes they'll have in them. Oh! Was it? Oh, give me that. I've not seen one of them in ages. I've not seen one of them in ages. I thought they were like removed from the game at one point. There was such. I noticed that certain things don't have their routine spawn anymore, and this is down to the fact that the developers changed the way that loot works in the game, which is totally fine. I'm not arguing against it. I'm not saying anything against it at all. It all makes sense, but when you're so accustomed to finding specific things in specific places in specific areas, you start to go, huh, okay, maybe I need to change the way I look at things. What I'm saying is I'm still holding on to those old spawn locations right now. I should really let them go. Right, give me a pan. Sugar beet. I don't know what we can do with sugar beets, but I think we can eat it. It's got 7 grams of carbs, 1.2 of protein, 63 grams of water, and 145 grams of fats. There should be, no, not that one. There should be another coop around here if I'm not mistaken. There should be. For people that are saying that this is a coop, you are correct that this is a coop. This doesn't hold eggs though. I need to look for eggs. Wait, is this the... Wait, huh? Oh, right, okay. I was like, wait a minute. Have they destroyed the kitchen in here? There's a few growing plots here. That is not a growing plot. That is an overgrown piece of weed. Ah, there's the corn. And all the apple trees. So you've got corn here, apple trees, apples, 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 more apples. I think it's around to... Aha! This is all seeds and stuff. But sometimes, if you're lucky, you can go through these boxes and that's Face Roll's Face Smasher. Organic fruit. Sometimes you can go through these boxes and you can find broccoli. You won't be able to find broccoli. You need to find broccoli growing out in the overworld like this. But sometimes you can find like pumpkins and like watermelons in those boxes. So it's worth always searching them. Yes. 4. Right, now we definitely... There it is. I knew it was around here somewhere. Just a singular egg. And that coop is banjaxed. Oh, we go in here. Ooh! Now that's a good find. Sidecar. I'm going to take that with me. Because that is a headlight. That's technically a light. I need that for my my lights at home. What I could do is I could move this out into the road. I need to put it in my hands. I'll put this in the middle of the road, just so I remember it's here. I won't be able to take it home unless I do one very long, grueling trip. Milk, good find. We're not taking that pack of tea because we've already got tea itself. Now we're filling the sporran. Hello? Hello? What's this? Oh, it's just a little out shop. A little workshop. Little outhouse. Right, give me a pan, please. Pan? No pans. This place will provide me with pots, but no pans. Ah, a drone. I was like, what the hell is that noise? Nope. Nope, no pans. Sadness. Oh, more growing patches, more allotments, as they're called. Why is this door open? Oh, it's permanently open. More apples. Broccoli. Carrots? These carrots? Oh, sick, they are carrots. And that's cucumber. I think these are onions. Oh, it's potatoes. And, dude, this place rocks. What's that? More carrots. Cabbage. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get a whole bunch of growable vegetables, right here in Bravo 3 Town. Right here. So let me go to the main road. When you come down from here, this main road here, and you turn into the town, you want to go straight. Find this little apple tree, and it's behind this right here. Here it is. This is such a convenient little spot. Lots of vegetables, lots of vegetables, lots and lots of vegetables, lots of growables that you can grow your own stuff from. But not just that, you can take a lot of this stuff and cook it. Turn it into proper meals. Turn it into things that are more sustainable than just raw ingredients. Some cheese. We got some cheese. Where's the cheese, Gromit? I've been watching a lot of Wallace and Gromit lately as well. I don't know why. It's one of my comfort shows. You watch a Wallace and Gromit episode, it takes me back. Takes me back to when things were normal, for God's sake. Right, we're going to check a few more of these buildings and then we're going to dip back home. This is a workshop. That is a barn. A few more grow bowl patches here. Lots of seeds, corn, red onion, cabbage. That's one thing I need to try and get myself sorted as well. I need to get myself a little growing plot. That's a school, that's not going to really have much. Wait. Will the school have? No, it won't. It won't. It won't. No, it won't. I'm trying to rattle my mind and realise that it might have what I'm looking for. Oh, hello, mayonnaise. It might have something that I need, but then it might... Oh, spice kit. That's a good find. That's another one of these things that I just can't seem to find in the overworld anymore. Hold on, is that a pumpkin? Oh, no way. We got a pumpkin. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I'm finding a lot of stuff that I don't normally find in the overworld. When I speak about the overworld, I mean like just in general, the overworld. You don't generally find these things a lot. That's where the Rager is. Apples? No, cherries. Yeah, cherries, wild cherries. Cleaver. Tell me it's got a pan. No pan. Unfortunate. One thing that I'm very happy about that I managed to discover recently is I'm starting to understand how, and this is going to be very controversial to say because a lot of people have a problem with this specific thing, so it's probably going to annoy someone. I don't care because I'm actually understanding how it works. The hunting system in this game is actually pretty good. And I'm not saying that because I like the game, I'm saying it because I actually enjoy it. I enjoy having to find the tracks and the droppings and like the markings in the ground and stuff like that. I'm actually enjoying going through all that. It's actually a lot of fun to me. Maybe not to other people, which is fine. I missed. But honestly, I've been having such a good time with it. That recently, I have managed to hunt down a deer, believe it or not. And I was playing in a multiplayer server. I think it was the one that I was playing on my live stream. And I went out with Jed and we found... sorry, we didn't find. We heard a deer. We heard a deer bellowing. You know, the elk's bugle. We heard an elk bugling. And we're like, right, cool, we need to go and get that because we need food. Desperately. We desperately need something to cook. We need meat. We need all the things that we can get our hands on, basically. So I went out with my improvised rifle. Jed as well had an improvised rifle, and we went out and hunted them. And it was me doing the hunting because, well, I just prefer doing the hunting. I like to make sure that I'm on top of things like that. Jed's very good at the game. He's very good at the fighting side of the game, the PvP side of the game. I'm not as great as him, but when it comes to specific mechanics in the game, I like to think that I excel quite well at it. I'm not going to bother going in there. But we managed to hunt down an elk, but it wasn't just a single elk. It was a buck and two female deer. Two does. These? Sorry. And I did the whole thing. I did the whole tracking it, and then obviously finding its droppings, and then moving to the location where I could hear it. And I successfully hunted a deer. I actually got a successful hunt on a deer, which I was really proud of. And not just a deer, we also went and hunted a horse, we hunted a boar. There's a whole bunch of animals that we hunted, but I found out that it was actually really straightforward. And again, a lot of people are going to find this very controversial. I think the hunting system is very easy to understand. It's very straightforward. Oh, we got a pan. Oh my god, we did it. We done did it. Right, I'm gonna eat these grapes and we're gonna go home. But I successfully hunted deer, I successfully hunted a donkey, a horse, a boar, and we got meat, we got hides, we got crafting materials, we got all the stuff that we needed to just survive. Now bear in mind, we're playing on a high loot server. We don't really need to be doing that. But it goes to show you that it doesn't matter what server that you play on. If you can understand the hunting system, you can play just about anywhere. If you've got an improvised rifle with improvised bullets and you've got improvised everything on your kit and you need food and you need to get yourself like a hunted piece of game, honestly, if people could just give it a second chance, if you guys could just give it a go, I think you'll find that you'll enjoy it as well. You might not, and that's fine, that's totally fine. I don't expect anybody to enjoy something that they obviously tried the first time and didn't like. That's fine. What I'm saying is, give it one more go. Give it one more go. Give it one more good try. You might find you like it. I like hunting. I like the hunting side of this game. At first, the hunting minigame used to kind of annoy me, and it annoyed a lot of people, and that's fair enough. I don't know what they changed, but somehow they've managed to make it more usable or functional. Functional is probably the correct word for that. But the fact that I've been so successful in the last couple of weeks with hunts and tracking and making sure that where I'm going is the right direction, it just makes things so much easier. And what I might do is I might do a breakdown tutorial on hunting in SCUM. Oh, I might do that just so people have a better understanding of what they need to carry with them and what they need to try and look for. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys, because honestly, I would love to do that. I'd love to make sure that people are having fun, that people are enjoying themselves. And if I can help you do that, then that makes me happy. So let me know in the comments, guys, if you want. If you want that, I will do my best to get you that. Right. Let's put everything away. So bottles, processed. I would like to open up the processed box, please. Raisins, tea, cocoa powder. See, when I say processed, I mean like packaged, if that makes sense. Condiments, where's that? Mayonnaise. Condiments. I'm going to put this in the food carton. Condiments. Cheese, I'll put that in the food crate. Put that in the food crate. So anything that's raw is going to go not into tactical, not into the tactical, into food. Thank you very much. I've been putting food in there instead of the actual things. Right. Food in here. Processed food. Food. And I think we can get ourselves our first cup of tea. Now, the great thing about tea in this game is that it does work as intended. It's a very good recovery item to drink, and that makes me very happy knowing that that's the case. Like that. Move them over one. Because okay, we're just going to cut. What we're going to do is we're going to chop this up. See, this is where the cutting board would be very useful. Putting this on the cutting board and then pressing F and going into a kind of animation to chop it up. That would be very useful. That as well. See the carcass of a chicken? Let me pick it up. Let me pick up the chicken carcass. So I can take it home, pluck it. Right? So I can pluck it and I can get myself more feathers back instead of butchering it out in the overworld. I don't know about you guys, but that seems like something that would make sense to me. Right, see this right here? Wait, what? What about you? Oh, have they not put in the... I carried this for nothing. I carried that for nothing. Sidecar headlight. Right? See when I read headlight? See when you hover over this? See the very left-hand corner? Or the left-hand item? It is a lamp of any kind, right? So if I go to crafting and I scroll down... In fact, no, I'll scroll it back up. Where is it? There it's there. Right, see this? Any light, right? But do you know what light's not included in that? The one that literally got added with the update. The sidecar update item. We've got a drill, but no rebar cutter. That might be the next thing that we need to get. There's so many things that you spot in this game. You go, we might need something. We might need that. We might need this. We might need that. There's so many things. Okay, why are the bullets in here? Tactical. Put all this stuff in tactical. We've got money in here, tactical. There's not supposed to be any bullets in here. These are all supposed to be like kind of crafting items. Okay, I don't think there's any other kind of tactical stuff here. I know the military shovel's sitting right there. That's technically a tactical item, but it's a tool. Just like you. Right. Now that we've got all that food, now we need to look for specific cookbooks. Now, cookbooks can be just about anywhere. They can be in kitchens. They can be anywhere. They can be inside buildings. They can be, well, as I said, just about anywhere. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to quickly sort out this mess. And then I'm going to find myself a new adventure. Well, if you can't find it in one town, you'll probably find it in another. Let's see if we can find some cookbooks. Let's see if we can find our cookbooks here. I'm going to chill right here. There's a lot of buildings here. A lot of buildings here. There's also a lot of food here as well, believe it or not. You just have to find the right place for it. So this is actually a crafting or a workshop, as you can see. So we're not going in there, we're going to go in here. This is just a little supermarket that has nothing in it, by the looks of it. A diary, nope. Don't want one of them. Nothing there. Oh, those sacks, search the sacks. A couple of hazelnuts. Nothing in there. Anything in here? Nothing in here. You'll notice me opening up my my vicinity a lot in this place as well. Mainly because I want to find things that are on the ground. So that was a waste of time. There's a kiosk right there. It looks like it has lots of stuff in it. But before we do that, we're going to go into this other supermarket. There's a supermarket directly across from another supermarket. And in typical fashion, there's probably nothing in here. Earplugs. Vest. And what is that movie called? V for Vendetta. That's what it's called. V for Vendetta. I may actually watch that when I go to my bed. Okay. We are on a very clean streak of finding absolutely fuck all. Well, we're finding our hazelnuts though, which is good. Not finding anything else though, which is a wee bit concerning. Leads me to believe that the kiosk right beside this place is probably laden with loot. Absolutely jam-packed full of items. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump out here and go straight for the kiosk. I can already tell that this place is going to be absolutely full. Salt. Mustard, parsnip. Cheese, oh, that's a lot of stuff. Cocoa powder, an egg, ketchup. Raisins, we need those. Beer. There's a lot of stuff here, man. There's a lot of things. Cleaver. Knife. Kniff. Okay, that's that looted. What about in here? Oh, this is going to have a couple of bottles in it, maybe. Beer. Another spice kit. That's a good find. Beer. I'm not really fussed about finding beer. Bottles of water would be much more ideal for me right now. Okay, there's a whole bunch of fruit trees here as well. Just like the other town. Oh, Richard's cheese. Dick cheese! Dickinson's cheese. Yeah, there's loads and loads. That was a big lag spike right there. There's loads of these fruit trees in this town as well. What's that? A wee leather backpack. It's upstairs. The kitchen is upstairs. Celery. Again, we are literally just finding food here as well. If I can find more vegetables, if I can find more fruits and stuff, I need to find sugar. And chocolate. So I can make myself a hot chocolate. There's a few things in this game that I will religiously go for. Wait a minute, what is that? Madam, how did you know I was firing at you? Oh, well, that's not convenient at all. Oh, there's quite a few of them over there. I managed to call in a horde. I'm using a suppressed weapon. Again, more chopping boards, which is... the chopping boards are now akin to the... Oh, there's onions right here. They're now akin to the brass knuckles that used to be in the game, or they still are in the game, but you... I think they took them out of the game. I'm not 100% sure. Somebody else can probably correct me on that. Totty. Check in here. Let's see what we can find. Hey, there's something a wee bit different. Can of cola. Oh, hold on. Let's see if we've got any wine. No wine. No wine. The wine is gone. Food's still depleting quite quickly. Actually, we'll need to start thinking about getting a few cookbooks if we can. The alternative to this is potentially going and buying them. Okay, that's a workshop, so we're not going to even bother our shirt. What about in here? There's a pan in here. I should have just came here. This place seems to have plenty of pots and pans. Let's head back into the town. We've still got all the buildings back that way to kind of look through. And here, and this one, next one. Nope. Back the way we came. Wheat flour. I thought that was sugar. More wheat flour, that's good. Character starving. As anticipated. Did I go on this one? Turns out I didn't. Right, through we go. Let's cross the road. And go back here. Go to these houses, because we've not really had a little look through these ones yet. Oh, knee socks. Nice. I could use a pair of, like, snowboarder socks, actually, because it's bloody freezing in Scotland right now. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, it's not minus 20, it's not minus 15. I know that. I know that. But if you've ever been here, if you've never been here and you want to experience it, come and experience it. You'll be moaning just as much as I am. There we go. That will work. That will work. Now, I am bypassing quite a few things. You've probably noticed me kind of avoid some of the vegetables and stuff. There's a reason for that. I want to save some space. I need to save some space for at least something like a cookbook. Another This place is so... Oh, more pasta. Again, another thing that's very... It's not super difficult to get your hands on it, but it's definitely one of those things where... I'm going to use this. I wanted to use it. I just wanted to use it, you know? Like, ooh. You know how you fix that problem? You do this. There we go. It's almost as if I know what I'm doing. Got a few of you gents out here. There's one inside that building. In fact, what am I doing? I believe they're all inside. That was rude. There we go, that's better. Had sticky keys on my mouse wheel there for some strange reason. Another pot. That is a workshop. That's a workshop. you notice if you're quiet and you get away from them, then they just don't do anything. They literally don't do anything to you. Salt. More condiments would be very good. Cleavers. Again, let's go back over to these buildings over here. Let's have a little nosy. Let's see if we can find a cookbook. Am I looking for a specific cookbook? Yes and no. There's a beet. I'm looking for specifically kind of oven-based cookbooks. Because I have an improvised oven at home, so I may as well use the oven and I may as well use the hobs, or the heated hobs, for it as well. There we go. Up these stairs. And I lost part of my stamina for doing that. No. That's not what we want. Drop down here. Go in here. Oh man, there's 2 pans just sitting there. That's awesome. This place rocks. As usual, this place is like one of my favourite locations in the game. Literally one of my favourite towns in this entire game. And I don't know why. It's just always very good to me. Always provides the good stuff. Always provides things that I kind of need at the time. Just this time it's not giving me my cookbooks. I'm actually going to take that because I can actually make an improvised scope from that. Anything in here? Nothing in there. A couple of these buildings right here might be my answer. That is a workshop. Oh, it was my stomach. That was my stomach making that noise. There's some Calidosh. Jump out of here. Jump into here. Upstairs. Again, more pans. More tea. Actually, I'm gonna take that tea because we will be making plenty of it. My character is definitely expending a lot of energy here. Oh. You're not coming through? Shush. Tequila, tequila. That's one thing I've never tried. Oh, hold the phone. Much better, Bushman. I've only got 3 slugs left. Oh, my boots need repaired. My booties are needing a wee bit of a thread put through them. Check in here. There's literally a pan sitting right there. There's a pan sitting right there. You crazy? I thought that was a character there for a second there. I looked over towards my bike. I thought there was someone standing beside my bike. Nothing in there. Right, last place we're going to look is actually in beside the police station. Aha! Some lettuce. Potato. More cutting boards. A coconut. That's pretty good. Right, I can't help myself. Can't help. Holy sh. Whoa. Gee willikers. I'm just. My brain. It needs to do something. No. I want those. Right, upstairs. Upstairs over here. Holy sh... Oh, spaghetti. Ugh, things. Coffee. Deagle magazines. There's so many things I could sell here. Like, you've got no idea how many things in here I could just take and sell. But I just want the food. I just want the food, man. Right, I think we need to go home and cook up our stuff now. I think it's time to do that. Right. Let's go home. A full backpack full of food and items and things to cook. Let's go home. And we're home. We also need a lot of fuel, but that's okay, I can sort that out at some point. Anyway, let's see what we can make. Let's see what we can make. Let's go to the crafting box. Let's grab some of these. Let's light the fire. Okay, oven. No oven recipes. Fried egg. So we want an egg. Do we have an egg? Egg. Salt. Oil. I think it's in bottles. I think it's in bottles. Aha. There we go. And there we go. We got a little egg cooking up. Alright. Let's get some of this stuff put away now, shall we? So we've got processed. Where's the processed stuff? Processed. There we go. Tea. Condiments. Where's the elk? I need to keep an eye on this. As soon as this turns green, it's ready to go. Chuck these in food. In fact, we'll put the packaged stuff in with the processed stuff. Condiments, condiments, food. Processed. There we go. Well cooked. We can have our little egg. Little cooked egg. Let's go. Will that satisfy me? How many calories is that? That is... Where's the calories? 250 calories I got out of that. That was pretty good. Okie dokie. Condiments. 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 More condiments. Ooh, cans. Cans. Where's the alcohol? Elk. There we go. Bottles, bottles, bottles. Bottles, bottles, bottles. And that can go in there. Processed, processed, processed. Where's the cans? Where's the cans? Where's cans? Cans. Processed. Condiments. I think that's everything. Oh, processed. There we go. And chuck this in food. 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 More food. And the food. Oh, oh god, that stuff. Oh, that stuff that we can cook. I'm going to press F on that. I can't press F on that. Cans. That in there. Right, let's see what other things that we can make in here. Now that we've got a relatively empty bag. Cook. Pot. Tea, hot chocolate, coffee. We've got no sugar. But we do have water and we do have tea. Processed. Cook food. Hot. Tea. Cook. 5 out of 5 water. cook. Pan. What we can do with this, actually, is we can definitely do something cool here. So food. Can't use that, which is a bit of a shame. Turn green. Turn green. There we go. Well cooked. Let's drink that. Now, see when you drink this tea, be very careful. This is 500 milliliters of tea. Look at the water content and nutrition, the second one down. We're going to drink 500 ml of tea. 500 mils of tea. That's crazy. Shouldn't even be able to do that. Can I put that in? No, I can't. I guess we need to go get some actual... some beef or something like that. I don't know. And where's the bottles? Bottles, bottles, bottles. What about... we cancel that. What about this? We need a steak of some variety. We need bread. But we can't... we actually have to make bread, believe it or not. Grilled fish. Grilled mushroom. Salt and pepper. Where is our food box? 2 of those, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 shrooms, 4 mushrooms. Do we have 4 mushrooms? I don't think we'll have 2. Cook food, pan, grilled mushrooms. Mushroom. Mushroom. Salt. Pepper. Go. And there we go. There's our little mushrooms getting grilled. Or pan-fried, really. Tactical food. Right, there's food. So we need beef. We need some sort of steak. Which means we need to hunt something a little bit bigger. But as soon as we have finished up our little grilled mushrooms, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's all I've got time for today. I hope you've enjoyed it, though. If you have, leave a thumbs up on this video. Tell me what you think in the comments below. And if you want to see more on SCUM single player, consider subscribing, ring the little bell and select all. You'll be updated with the latest upload on this channel. That as well, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support me just a little bit further, consider clicking the join button, become a paid member, or go onto my Patreon, the link's in the description, and pledge however much you like. Any and all support is very much welcome, and makes the channel go a lot further than it should. Because I want to take it really far. I want to take it far. Anyway, folks, that's all I've got time for you today. Thanks for watching. This has been a lot of fun. Using our oven, collecting all the food, sorting them out by particulars, like condiments and stuff like that. I have a lot of fun with this stuff. I have a lot of fun with this stuff. Very sad, I know, but very fun at the same time. What I'm going to do is off camera. I'm going to go down to this little coastal town. I'm going to see if I can pick up some cookbooks. So the next episode, you might see me with maybe 1 or 2 new cookbooks that we can use some of the items in here. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for watching today. As always, I've been Mr. Feudal. I'll see you all another time.